Hello. So today in our session, how would you feel just taking the next few minutes to kind of tell me what it feels like to be an empath? Like what really bothers you, or how it really feels to have all these feelings of others pressed upon you and not knowing what's your own? Okay, begin. Okay. I understand. That's okay. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just hold that thought for a moment. I don't mean to interrupt you, but why don't we take a second? Take just a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again. Again. Okay, now that you feel a little more balanced, take a moment to kind of feel in your heart and then ask yourself, what of these thoughts, feelings, or emotions are legitimately yours? And how much of them are you taking on from the surroundings and the people around you and the influences? So just take a moment and I want you to think. Okay, now that you've had that moment of clarity, reflect on this story, reflect on the information that you just provided. And I appreciate you for sharing, by the way. Take that information and look at it through a new lens, maybe a little less cluttered lens. Really feeling and sensing again what is you, And now let's take another couple minutes and I'm here for you. Just let me know. Like, tell me what in that situation is you and what does it feel like? Reevaluate everything and then tell me again how it feels to be an empath. Okay. Okay. Again, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I feel like we're in a really good place right now. I feel like there's some clarification on what's really you. Being an empath, we tend to get all this stuff put upon us and we listen to everybody's problems and we try to fix what we can and feel bad for what we can't. But we take on the weight of the world around us and we just don't give ourselves enough time, enough love and reflection of our own because we're so exhausted. It does help to put up barriers. And I don't mean keeping people out, but like light barriers, like covering yourself in light or bubble wrap or some sort of protective area. Or even taking a shower, you can actually like rinse off all that excess and then imagine yourself being covered in love and light. But we can create these barriers which will allow us to hear and help others and process their energy, but still protecting our own. Because we can't help anybody, including ourselves, if we can't protect our own energy. So now that you've had some space to kind of talk and be heard yourself and process some information, what are some things that you think you could do for yourself that would help you? Like, obviously you love yourself, or at least you like yourself, but what would help you to really feel nurtured, pampered, treated? What's something you could do for just yourself? I want you to kind of have some ideas, and let's take a couple minutes and let's think of some ideas, some things that you can do, things that you love doing, that you feel connected to nature, to earth, to spirit, to anything. Just when you just really feel connected and you feel like you're your true self. Let's come up with some ideas and some things we can do to kind of work on giving to ourselves a little more, even if it's at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day to set the pace for the day. Or maybe just when you go into the bathroom. That's a strange thing, but when you go into the bathroom, everybody does it. So you're in there and you already have privacy. So maybe somewhere in there too you can kind of have some sort of ritual. But in addition to that, let's just really set aside some part of the day where we find something that we can do for ourselves. So what are some ideas? Okay. All right, I like that. Okay. All right, so just a moment. I don't mean to interrupt again, but maybe we can grab a piece of paper and write some of these down that really resonated with us. That way we don't forget them. And maybe we can have some goals or some ideas, some challenges for us to really give to ourselves more. Because after all, the more we fill our own cup, the more we have access and flow to fill others without taking from ourselves. So go ahead and grab a piece of paper, if you haven't already, and a pen or a pencil, or even pull out your phone, I suppose. As a distraction, but pull out your phone, whatever. But just have somewhere to write down, and let's go ahead and write some of these things down that stuck out. I'll give you time. And go ahead, and if any new ones pop in that really resonate, go ahead and write those down too. We got plenty of time. Okay. Alright, so I think we had some pretty good takeaways today. And we definitely went through and kind of untangled some of the mess. A happy mess. And we went through that and we were able to really kind of figure out what was really more us than others. And maybe where we're limiting ourselves and, taking on more from others so that we don't have time for ourselves. And then we created a few exercises that we can do, or ideas that we can do to kind of give to ourselves, pamper ourselves, show ourselves that we love ourselves. All right. Great. So do me a favor, and if you haven't subscribe already for more of these. I definitely plan on intending to get together more often and just kind of have some ideas and some you time where you can kind of reflect and let loose a little bit. Definitely, if it helped you at all, give it a thumbs up. Maybe put some comments below. Share some ideas. And I look forward to seeing you and being of service in the next video. Thank you very much.